Hello, this is Cat on Us. Okay, so last night I watched a pre-screening of the new Jurassic World movie. About 20 years after the original park was abandoned, there's a new, booming park. It seems they managed to sidestep the whole uncontrollable nature of life thing and make a perfectly safe park for all to enjoy. But, as sales dip, they need a new attraction. And because focus groups said so, they need a new super predator dino to spice up the show. The Indomitable Rex. A name quickly lampshaded, but surprise, surprise, it breaks out of its nest and wreaks havoc on the park. Now, if you're looking for a quickie review, I'll just say this. I liked the movie. I liked it quite a bit, and I'll be going back again to see it in theaters. I haven't done that since Guardians of the Galaxy. There are a lot of faces you'll recognize, like this guy, and her, and this guy too. But really the only actor you're likely to know by name is Chris Pratt. And if you're looking for Chris Pratt at his Chrisiest Prattiest, then you might be out of luck, as he's more down-to-earth than in his other performances like Guardians of the Galaxy. Now I'm going to go a bit more into my likes and dislikes, spoiler-free. I'm a positive guy and like ending on a high point, so let's start with the flaws. This movie is not perfect by any stretch. The first and main problem for me is the kids. Remember the kids in the first movie? They weren't perfect, but they had innocence and likability, and you could relate to them as kids, and they played well off the main character, Graham. These kids do none of that. They're not terrible, but they fail to ingratiate themselves. They're not likable, they're not believable children, they have a very poor parent-divorce subplot that goes nowhere. You follow them exclusively for only about 20 to 25% of the movie, so they're not too bad, but they are really the weakest point here. The next issue is that the movie follows many of the same story beats as the first one. This is only a minor issue for me, as it does stand on its own, separate from the rest of the movies, but like the first movie, it is very predictable. You know if a character will die right when you see them, or within the first couple lines. Between that, and this being the same cautionary tale as the first movie, I can see why some people might have a problem with it. Finally, there is the issue of the effects. Now, it was all good, but some of it was better than the rest. A few effects were really breathtaking and authentic. However, most of them were less than stellar. They all looked nice on the surface, but much of the time the dinosaurs moved in unreal ways, often seeming to glide along the ground when they were running, moving without any real weight, or affecting the real terrain around them in an uncanny way. This left the effects feeling kind of hollow, and the dinosaurs a little unreal. Now, onto the good things. First off, the Raptor Squad was just as cool and a little less stupid than we all thought it was. Chris Pratt is great, even though he's a bit more of a restrained character. Bryce Dallas Howard does a great job as the lead, and Irfan Khan is an amazingly likable John Hammond replacement. Also, in a turn that surprised me, the only returning actor, B.D. Wong, as Dr. Wu, delivers a great performance, and personally, I found his story to be the most interesting part of the whole movie. Even if some of the science jargon he has to spout does sound ridiculous even to a layperson like myself, and his story is used to sequel bait, but it's not such a huge unanswered question that it affects the completeness of the movie. The cinematography and the action were marvelous. A touch of pterodactyl-fueled shaky cam notwithstanding, it was all very solid, even if it did have the "just do this, dummy" feel about it. All the new dinosaurs are great to see up close and personal, and all your old favorites are coming back too. It is really nice just to see how this park could operate with all its attractions and the dynamic ecosystems on the island. However, by far the best part is the ending. I'm not going to spoil it, but it is the greatest thing humanity has ever produced. It is the climax equivalent of Jesus shredding a guitar solo from the back of a dragon voiced by Benedict Cumberbatch. The entire way through I was thinking, this movie is pretty good. I'm enjoying this quite a bit. And, I was really liking it, but that ending, it was beautiful. It makes the film. Overall, I really enjoyed this movie. It doesn't really break new ground or make me think about the world in a new way, but it was a fun ride and a really solid summer blockbuster. If you haven't seen Fury Road yet, pair these two for a great double feature. Thank you for watching. Please join me next time where I jump genres and even mediums to give you a psychological analysis of BioShock Infinite's Booker DeWitt. This has been Cat on Us. See you next time.